Hi there, it's Bike Touring Mike here. As the title may have given you a little hint, I'm dabbing my feet into bikepacking during 2021. Don't worry, I'm not giving up on bike touring. But I've done so much bike touring on paved roads, so instead of doing the same rides all over again, I figured I would take advantage of the abundance of nice gravel roads around in this area. If you haven't already noticed, northern Sweden has a lot, and I mean a lot, of forests. So that means that there is an abundance of gravel roads and forest service roads around in this area. So 2 years ago I bought a new mountain bike, and last year I got these super cheap bikepacking bags from Lidl to kind of test out the bikepacking waters. And I really enjoyed myself, and I felt this year that I wanted to get some more premium gear to go all in on bikepacking. And since all of my bike touring panniers are Ortlieb gear, I figured I would go the safe route and try out Ortlieb's bikepacking bags as well. Back in 2017, Ortlieb came out with their first set of bikepacking bags, and during 2021 they're updating the whole line. Plus they're also coming out with a couple of new bags as well. Now these aren't the cheapest bags that you can get your hands on, but I've been super happy with my Ortlieb panniers, so I figured these would be worth the investment as well. I paid for all these bags myself, and I can just tell you that my wife wasn't particularly happy when she saw the invoice, but I just told her to calm down, they're gonna pay for themselves in the long run. I'll try to do a video on each of these bags here in the coming months, and I'll also do a comparison video between my cheap Lidl bags and these premium Ortlieb bags. But hey Mike, you showed us a mountain bike with suspension forks. You can go bikepacking on that? Well, Ortlieb came out with a bag for just this purpose, knowing that many of us have mountain bikes with suspension forks. Well, previously this has been sort of a problem, since you can't mount any bags onto your forks, since suspension forks usually lack eyelets. But with this new bag you're able to mount a bag on your suspension forks as well. And when I heard about these bags last fall, I immediately thought that I have to have these bags. So I'm really eager to find out if they are up to the hype. Last year when I bought my super cheap bikepacking bags, I sort of felt a lack of volume. I know that bikepacking is supposed to be pretty minimal, and coming from the bike touring side of things, I'm used to bring a lot of stuff, especially as I'm filming my adventures. I have a lot of camera equipment with me on my bike tours. And with the 3 bags that I got, I could barely fit my tent, my sleeping kit and some clothes for the night. I had no space for food or cooking gear, so I felt kind of limited when I was using those 3 bikepacking bags. And I know I can't have all the volume that I have in my bike touring panniers, but I'm sort of aiming for some sort of middle ground here. So these are the bags that I bought. First we have the frame bag. This one is 6 liters. They have updated this model from the previous one and put the zipper on the drivetrain side. This makes for easier access as well as better Instagram photos. Plus they've also added a sort of a channel that makes for a better fit with the top tube, if your top tube has cables running underneath it. Then we have the handlebar pack. This one is 15 liters. Regarding the handlebar bag, the main issue I had with the cheap bag was that since it was so tight to the handlebar, the weight of the bag forced the brake cables to bend quite a bit. The Ortlieb bag comes with 4 of these spacers that allow the bag to move out a bit from the handlebar, and hopefully this is enough to spare my brake cables. And with the handlebar pack I'm gonna use the accessory pack, and this is an additional 3.5 liters. Since all of these bags are waterproof and most of them use a roll down system, it's pretty difficult to access things inside of the bags while riding. Here comes the accessory pack. It's tethered to the handlebar bag and it allows for easy access to storage for your things such as your phone, camera and snacks. Then we have the seat pack, and this one is 16.5 liters. Again, I went with a larger model, but it's pretty easy to make it smaller by rolling it up if you want to use it for day rides. And lastly we have the fork bags, and these ones are kind of mini versions of Ortlieb's ordinary bike touring panniers, although these are just 4.1 liters instead of the normal 20 liters. And they use the same roll-up system as the panniers. And the nice thing about these ones is that they also come with their own mounting system. And I'm gonna show you how to mount these on suspension forks when I'm doing my review of these bags here in a couple of weeks on the channel. So as I mentioned earlier in the video, volume was a big problem of mine, so I went with the largest bags that Ortlieb has to offer, and I also got the accessory pack that everyone's raving about. So in total all these bags make up for a volume of about 49 liters compared to the 72 liters that I enjoy when I'm bike touring with a 4-pannier setup plus my handlebar bag. So I'm really eager to go out and try all of these new bikepacking bags, and if the weather allows I might even be able to do a winter bikepacking trip in the next couple of weeks here. So make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss out on that specific trip or the review videos on all of these bags. Otherwise, until next time, have a good one.